Get ready to feel
the power.
This is MMA Power Hour with Colin, Crandall over there, myself, Adam Roorda. Thank you guys for tuning in to another amazing episode. Before we get into all of our guests here, we do have Gordon Ryan, Lucas Brennan, and Stephen Peterson, Ocho Peterson coming on. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are the best. If you're catching us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, make sure to head on over to Fight TV as well. It's FITE.tv. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're on Fight TV, make sure to subscribe to the Hannibal TV. Just put it in the search bar and you'll find YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else we're out there. You guys are absolutely the best. For all the likes, comments, and shares in advance.
Hannibal the Cannibal, as you might remember from that Silence of the Lamb, is but this is the great Hannibal, the great commentator and analyst, wrestler, collegiate wrestler, and MMA fighter Hannibal. Devin Hannibal Nicholson, a great guy, and our team at Fight, also amazing. So yes, a great show we have tonight. Everyone has a nickname of these guests. Sometimes we have guests that have no nicknames, but we have in order of appearance Stephen Ocho Peterson, UFC featherweight, with a big fight coming up against Chase Hooper, the one-time UFC Golden Boy. Next we have Gordon the King Ryan, amazing legend. Many people feel the GOAT of no-gi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And then last but not least, we have Luke Skywalker, right? You get the Star Wars reference. Lucas Skywalker, Brennan. And so everyone has a great nickname tonight. So I feel all nickname warm and fuzzy tonight, don't you, Doc?
I guess.
Whatever the hell that means.
I'm always feeling nickname warm and fuzzy because you have
a ton of nicknames.
How many nicknames do I have?
Man, you got a ton. Lion Fist and Doctor and Wolfman and no Wolfman. So I don't know the Zorak.
Mom.
I'll tell you. Mom gives one. Anyway, so we have got our first guest maybe running slightly late. But most assuredly will be here, and so in the meantime, what are we looking at? How did you all like having a week with no MMA fighting? At least I think none of the biggies had a card, although one actually may have, but I know that Bellator and UFC did not, and so we had the Memorial Day weekend without fights. It makes sense, a tribute to the troops. And so unlike certain presidents and vice presidents, I will, in retrospect, say thank you to the troops for Memorial Day. And it wasn't a long weekend, and it wasn't a weekend to stay cool. It was a thank you to the troops that have given their lives to protect the freedoms of our country. So
absolutely, I've had multiple friends lost. It was a tough day. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, no, I can relate. We both have some tough things going on, but we always show up. An old saying: "There's no business like show. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low." So that's probably the story of my life. I've been low most of the time. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. I'm grateful. Most of the time I haven't been low. I've had ups and downs, but then everyone else has. One of the things when you start getting some gray hairs like me, Adam can relate to an extent, not too much gray hair, but from life experience, that we start realizing that nobody's alone in having a bunch of bad times in their life. Some have more than others, but I think basically we realize that everyone's struggling and it's hard times, and so we're there with you. We want to try to lighten it up a little bit. I'll turn off that ringer, but that is our guest. Actually, he's going to be able to make it on time, at 6:10.
Perfect. Just a few minutes away, and we'll be able to pull in our first guest of the evening. And in the meantime, I want to go ahead and let all of you know you should head on over to mmaph.nessashemp.com. Get yourself a nice discount on the highest quality CBD product out there. It's actually a CBDA product. It's different a little bit. It's cold pressed hemp oil. It's full spectrum, the only of its kind on the market. It is some of the best hemp oil I've ever had. It legitimately helped me kill pain and kill depression. It really helped readjust everything in my life. So I recommend going on over to mmaph.nessashemp.com and giving Ness's Hemp a try.
Absolutely. And even though I always make jokes about sponsors and other stuff, it's always positive, and I really want to say that there's nothing funny about the quality of Ness's Hemp. And if there wasn't any, or if it didn't seem like it actually did anything, or didn't have any science behind it, we wouldn't be having it as one of our partners. So seriously, Ness's Hemp, it'll help you. To a small extent, it'll help us, but not in really a dramatic way. So we really want to help you guys and help our sponsor put you together with a really great product. CBDA, or for my Canadian friends, you'd have to say CBDA, eh? So that's really what it is. Some great CBD, and it's fully optimized. Wasn't that the word? Is it
full spectrum? Full
spectrum, and
it's
just
full
that's
spectrum.
it, full. And then over here we have the full spectrum MMA news and entertainment program. Me and Adam here at the MMA Power Hour. Adam and I are about as full spectrum as I think you could possibly get.
we try to be. Oh man, hey Colin, while you're on this roll, I'm just going to take the opportunity to tell everybody to head on over to our social media. It's at MMA Power Hour. Give us a like, comments, shares, help spread the love, get word out on our show, because we can't do it without you guys. We've built up from a basement quality podcast to something so much more. It's all because of you guys. Very thankful for all of our partners like Fight TV and Hannibal TV. We're all over the place now. It's crazy.
We're grateful to be. We've gotten a lot of push, and it really comes from a lot of you people supporting. So appreciate it. Tell a friend, and we will always ask for likes and shares. But unlike some people, we won't curse and say, "Okay, fam, MFers, better start share." We're not going to do that. But respect to the our funny colleagues who take that approach.
So real quick before we go into our guest here, we've got a couple minutes, so I figure we can do this real quick.
Yes.
What is your dog pick for this weekend?
My dog pick? Well, my dog pick is, if I were to adopt a dog, it would probably be a Labrador. But other than that pick, I would say, let me see here. Okay, underdog pick. I think Walt Harris has a really good chance. Let me keep going down though. You know what? Ilir Latifi, I think, also has a good chance. Youssef Zalal, I think, has a good chance.
I'm going with Youssef on this one.
Yeah, he's been a guest on our show, and
I feel like he has the best chance of overcoming those odds out of all those people. I think they all have a fair chance, but I think Youssef just...
Yeah, really... I'll go with Youssef as well with you.
Yeah.
We'll stick on that. Youssef Zalal, the Moroccan Devil, getting back in the win column with an upset over a very tough Sean Woodson, who's going to be fighting really hard over there at the Glory MMA. James Krause over in Missouri, your second home state, is going to be fighting hard, but I think Youssef can do it. That's my second dog pick.
Absolutely.
All right. That's my first dog pick. That's our mutual dog pick.
We've got a couple seconds here, but it looks like he is actually online. Not online, but enough that, yeah.
We'll probably hear the ringing, in other words, so I can Skype dance. Uh-oh.
No. No Skype dance yet.
No Skype dance yet.
There it is. Short Skype dance.
Hey, Steven, are you there? Can you hear me, Steven?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey. Okay, everything good, brother? All we need you to do is hit that video button, and you got it. Okay. And looks like we're looking okay. Is your Wi-Fi connection okay over there, Steven, or does it look like it's weak?
Yeah, I mean, it should be good.
Okay, cool. We did, but now we don't. Could you hit that video button again? It's the one that looks like an old movie camera. There you go. Perfect. Okay, good. So as long as you see you're on camera, we'll be doing split screens, alternating screens, as you know. And let me do a proper intro. We're live here. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited to have this next guest back on our show. He is a member of that amazing Fortis MMA team out of Dallas, Texas. He is a super exciting UFC featherweight contender with an amazing fight coming up in just a couple of weeks. Against Mr. Chase Hooper. We're talking about the man they call Ocho, Stephen Ocho Peterson. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. It's my pleasure to be on here.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. I know we had a great interview with you about a year and a half ago, and then COVID got in the way, and we're so glad to have you back. How did you make it during those COVID times? Now, did you have one fight during the last year and a half? I think you did, right?
No, I did not. I actually had surgery right before the whole COVID lockdown. I had a ligament reconstruction. It had been an ongoing injury throughout my career, something that I had fought through and just put off. It had finally gotten to the point where it was so bad I couldn't continue to fight through it. I couldn't extend my arms, so had to get it surgically repaired. And that led me into the whole COVID thing, and you know, that time was rough. It was depressing, really. I'm sure it was tough for everybody, but I thrive off of my relationship with people. You know, we're not meant to be alone.
Agreed.
We're not meant to be on this earth. Like, there's not much purpose if you're the only person on earth. So,
I agree.
you know, I get fulfillment from my connection and helping people out, and with my students and whatnot. So it was a really tough time for me, but I continue to teach my students on Zoom. You know, I did a whole Zoom class, which was different, but it was something. And you know, we made it through, and you know, I'm just happy we're on this side of things, and you know, we're getting a little bit of our freedoms back.
Absolutely. I agree 100% about that. And I think you train in Texas, so you're living in Texas as well, right?
Yes, that's correct. And in Texas, we're one of the freest countries in the world.
Exactly. I admire it in Texas and in Florida. They're doing the right things, in my opinion. And I'm over here in California where they're not, man. So I envy you over there. At least you got, you know, some semblance of reasonable leadership. But anyway, I don't want to be too political here. But your last fight was a good one, wasn't it? Remind me the result and who the opponent was, that fight before COVID and before your surgery.
Yeah, I fought Martin Bravo in Mexico City, and we had a little scrap, and I hit him with that reverse spinning back fist and then knocked him out cold.
That's
so,
right.
Yeah, that was a big show out for me, and yeah, I left it on a high note, and I'm ready to come back and you know, get started where I left off.
Without a doubt, and that was awesome. And now they're putting you against a guy who was kind of their one-time golden boy. I think the dude's literally like 21 years old now or something like that. He's really young, but you're not that old yourself. But he's like this super young guy who was killing it against kind of inferior competition, and then they threw him up against the veteran Bruce Leroy. And he Alex Caceres, and he didn't fare that well, although he did gut it out. Talk about a guy taking a beating and gutting it out. I mean, that was, you know, pretty good to see, although I know it doesn't impress someone that's going to be fighting him to say he takes a beating well, but then again, that would be a good opponent for you. What do you expect from Chase Hooper? I think his last fight was a win. Dr. Adam Roorda, can you cue that for me? Chase's last fight, because I know that he did have one, right?
Yeah, you're correct about that. He's coming off of a win. He was getting pieced up on the feet, and he rolled for an Imanari roll and caught the dude in a heel hook. And you know, it was one of those things where the kid's tough. He's tough as nails. He can take a beating, and he's always looking for a finish. Reminds me a lot of myself when I was that age. I was 21. I wasn't very well rounded, but I had some tools in my pocket, and it was like I could catch a submission or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just one of those fights where the kid was obviously outclassed, but he was able to pull it out. So you know, more power to him. But I'm not the type of guy to let a fight slip from me like that. If I'm outclassing him, and you know I need to just go the distance, and he's not. If I'm not able to put him away, then I'll be patient and mind my P's and Q's and avoid something like that.
Absolutely. And you are, I think, right in your prime as a featherweight fighter at 31, and at 21 he's definitely not really near his prime. And most guys just, it seems like the UFC is a